Rockets beat the Cavs 117-113. James Harden had a triple-double. LeBron James did not have a triple-double. LeBron had 33 points, though, and 7 assists, but he also turned the ball over 9 times. Nick, what was your reaction to the Cavs' loss?
Okay, I have reactions, 3 of them quickly. One, they really missed Tristan Thompson. They got dominated on the offensive glass, 17-4. That was the difference in the game. The second reaction was, unlike previous games where LeBron's had high turnover numbers, these were on him. These were careless with the ball turnovers. LeBron trying to do a little too much, not turnovers on his team. And the third and final one, LeBron might actually be Wolverine. I think he broke his ankle during the game, and then they cut to commercial, and he was still on the court. His durability is one of the most unbelievable things I have ever seen, CC. He turns it. He's never had an ankle sprain. He's turned his ankle 1,000 times. He's never had an ankle sprain. Last night looked like a bad one. He didn't miss a minute.
A couple positive things. Jeff Green is emerging as a primetime player for the Cavs. They need to get him more minutes. I thought coming into the season he would add some versatility that they didn't have. And the Cavs, they went into this game more engaged. They were down by 20. In the second quarter, were able to come back, which you typically think on that trip to Houston they won't do. So I'm encouraged by their effort.
This was a really fun game. Both of these teams were without their second best player. The Rockets without Chris Paul. The Cavs without Isaiah Thomas. So it was, so it was, I mean, that was a fair matchup, so to speak. But the player that the Cavs missed the most last night was not Isaiah Thomas. It was Tristan Thompson. This game was lost on the offensive glass. The Rockets had 17 offensive rebounds. The Cavs had 4. So the Rockets got 13 extra possessions, including 4 on 1 possession midway through the fourth quarter. And that was the difference in this basketball game. And shout out to James Harden, 35, 10, 10 with 5 steals. First player to do that since 1989. Harden right now probably is your, if you want to do it, like in the top 3 of the MVP discussion very, very early. Harden was great. This was a really good game. The Cavs were locked in. The Cavs were trying. This was not an effort issue. The Rockets were better last night.
I'm going to take some positive things from what I saw from the Cavs, and 2 in that. They were down by 20 early in the game and could have easily gone back to what we've seen these first couple weeks of the season. But no, the second unit fought back. LeBron came back into the game, got him back into the game by halftime. So for me, that's very, very promising. Their half-court offense was a lot more effective than what we've seen to run their half-court offense. And as I told Nick Wright, I hate to be the one to say I told you so, but Jeff Green would be a huge asset for the Cavs. He's always been a player who I liked. He's always been kind of underrated and under the radar, but playing for the Cavs need his skill level, and he's only going to get better as the season goes on.
Jeff Green was excellent last night.
Quick question before we move on back to football. The same way Russ is trying to figure out how to work with other big players, is there a part of it that James Harden is going to have to get through when he gets
Chris Paul back? Absolutely.
Yeah, because you're not going to see 56-point efforts. Is that something where we're going to see him struggle a little bit as well?
No, there's going to be an adjustment, especially because they play the same position. Like James Harden started his career as a shooting guard. He's really blossomed as a point guard. Last year, he almost won the MVP as a point guard. Yes, there's going to be an adjustment period. I do want to say one thing about LeBron, because you mentioned the 9 turnovers. When he had an 8-turnover game, I cautioned America. I chastised you a little bit. I said, watch the tape. I said 6 of those turnovers were directly the fault of his teammates. They were great passes. His teammates screwed up. Last night, those 9 turnovers, 8 of them were directly on LeBron. Last night, he was careless with the ball. Last night, he got ripped once. He had a backcourt violation that was absolutely on him. He had a couple offensive fouls. Like, those 9 turnovers were fairly earned by LeBron last night, and that hurt his team. So I want to be fair there for you, CC.
But the good news is he still has Space Jam. So isn't that him? CC, how does Lonzo get some confidence back?
It's going to be hard because in the NBA, they play a lot of games, all right, but they don't practice a lot. So you don't see the improvement happen rapidly. So you have to be very patient. He is going to be a good player, but trying to compare him to Magic Johnson and Jason Kidd, he is not going to be those types of players. But it still takes a long time. What I don't like at 6'5" and a point guard, he's not very good in the pick and roll. So he can't get his shot off. And when he goes off the pick and roll to his right, and with his bad shot, bringing the ball back to his left, the defender is typically on your left. So he's not good at doing that because the ball is right where the defender is, Nick.
Listen, I'm still a buyer.
I got that from an NBA expert,
I know,
too.
Of course you did. Your brother Butch. Shout out to Butch, unpaid consultant of First Things First.
Nick and I are screwed. Our brothers.
Right.
No.
The reality is this: from like an advanced analytics standpoint, Lonzo's been the single least effective offensive player in the league. Not rookie, offensive player. He is negatively affecting his team on offense because he's not only struggling with his perimeter shot, but he's struggling on shots that are supposed to be high efficiency shots in the paint. He's dead last in the NBA in field goal percentage in the paint, and he's second to last in the NBA in field goal percentage out of the paint. I still think he's going to be a good player, but I don't know that you can watch him play right now and think that's coming anytime soon.
Jenna, he would have been better off if he was selected number 6, number 7, number 10. We wouldn't be criticizing.
Right.
And or maybe if his dad didn't have such a big mouth.
I haven't heard from the dad in a while, interestingly. And
Well,
finally,
I think that's to do with the other son more than this son.
I think he's got enough. There's enough LeVar to go around for all three sons. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.